How these incredible animals went extinct, and could they return? Life on Earth has always been shaped by the forces of evolution and extinction. Millions of species have come and gone, their stories written in fossils, ancient texts, and oral traditions. But what if extinction wasn't forever? Science is now on the brink of something once thought impossible, bringing back lost species. From the woolly mammoth to the Tasmanian tiger, researchers are exploring groundbreaking ways to resurrect creatures that vanished centuries, even millennia, ago. Could we soon see prehistoric giants walking the earth again? Could the dodo bird once again waddle through the forests of Mauritius? And more importantly, should we? Let's dive into the fascinating stories of these lost animals, uncovering why they went extinct and how they might return. A creature of ice and snow. The woolly mammoth, an iconic Ice Age giant, once roamed across North America, Europe, and Asia. Covered in thick fur and standing nearly 14 feet tall, these creatures thrived in the frigid tundra, using their massive curved tusks to clear snow and find food. For nearly 400,000 years, mammoths dominated the frozen world. They coexisted with early humans, who hunted them for food, fur, and bones. In fact, ancient people painted them on cave walls, showing how crucial they were to survival. Why did they disappear? Around 10,000 years ago, a warming climate began to melt the Ice Age away. As the cold, grassy plains disappeared, mammoths struggled to find food. But climate change alone wasn't the killer, humans played a major role. Archaeological evidence shows that mammoths were hunted relentlessly, leading to their rapid decline. Some isolated populations survived on remote islands for a while, but the last known mammoths vanished around 4,000 years ago. Can we bring them back? In 2021, geneticists made a breakthrough. They successfully spliced woolly mammoth DNA into the genes of Asian elephants, their closest living relatives. Companies like Colossal Biosciences are now working to create a mammoth-elephant hybrid, an animal that could withstand Arctic temperatures and even help restore tundra ecosystems. But is it really a mammoth if it's part elephant? And if we bring them back, where would they live? Once thriving on the island of Mauritius, the dodo was a peculiar, 3-foot-tall flightless bird that lived a peaceful existence. With no natural predators, it had no reason to fear anything until humans arrived. In the 1500s, Portuguese and Dutch sailors discovered Mauritius and found the dodo to be an easy meal. Having never encountered humans before, the bird didn't see them as a threat, making it an effortless target for hunters. A tragic end. By 1662, less than a century after human arrival, the dodo was gone forever. It wasn't just overhunting that sealed its fate. Rats and monkeys brought by European ships raided their nests, devouring eggs and wiping out future generations. A possible comeback? In 2023, scientists successfully mapped the entire dodo genome, unlocking the potential to bring it back. By editing the DNA of the Nicobar pigeon, its closest living relative, researchers aim to recreate a dodo-like bird. But one big question remains: if the dodo returns, where would it live? Mauritius has changed dramatically over the past 400 years, and its original habitat is nearly gone. Would a clone dodo survive in today's world? Or is it destined to remain a creature of the past? The Tasmanian tiger, or thylacine, was a fascinating predator that looked like a mix between a wolf and a tiger. Native to Australia and Tasmania, it was a master of the night, hunting skillfully under the cover of darkness. Why did it disappear? Unlike many extinct species, the thylacine wasn't a victim of climate change or natural disasters. Instead, humans drove it to extinction. In the 1800s, European settlers viewed the thylacine as a threat to their livestock and offered bounties for its capture. By the early 1900s, the population had dramatically dwindled, and the last known thylacine, named Benjamin, died in captivity in 1936. Could it return? Scientists at the University of Melbourne are working on cloning the thylacine using its DNA, with a numbat as a potential surrogate. If successful, the thylacine could become the first extinct predator to be reintroduced to the wild. But the big question remains: will farmers accept its return, or will history repeat itself? The great auk was a large, flightless bird that lived in the cold waters of the North Atlantic. It looked and behaved like a penguin but lived thousands of miles away from Antarctica. For centuries, sailors and fishermen hunted the great auk for its meat, feathers, and oil. Because it was defenseless and slow-moving, it was an easy target. The last known pair was killed in 1844, marking the end of an entire species. Today, researchers believe that by modifying the DNA of puffins, we could recreate a great auk-like bird. But is it right to play God with nature? The Megalodon was the most fearsome shark to ever exist. At over 50 feet long, it was an apex predator that ruled the oceans for millions of years. So what caused its extinction? One theory suggests that the rise of the great white shark led to competition for food. Others believe that cooling ocean temperatures forced it into extinction. Some cryptozoologists claim the Megalodon still exists in deep waters, but there is no scientific evidence to support this. Even if we had its DNA, cloning it would be impossible because we don't have a close living relative to modify. Could we one day genetically engineer a modern Megalodon? Possibly. But if we did, would we regret it? The world of de-extinction is closer than ever to reality. With each breakthrough, we move closer to a future where lost species may roam the earth once again. But what do you think? Should we bring back extinct animals, or should we focus on saving the ones we still have? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more mind-blowing content on the mysteries of nature and science.